Oh my gosh, so let's talk about it. It has been a while since I have given you an update. I think the last update I gave you was maybe in November when I was talking about it being like 1 year post-divorce. But here we are. Children are back in school. The holidays kept me busy. The children just had sporting activities. We traveled. We did all those good things. We had a great time just spending time together as a family. And so that was amazing. So that was good. I wanted to share something though that I realized just about myself over that year, and how it's showing up in my life, in every area of my life. I am not the same person. And so I realized that my identity has shifted. And so I realized that identity shifting changes the alignment of the things that you see, or the things that you can actually encounter in your reality. So here it is, 16 years ago, I'm not the same girl that I was then. Life has happened. But the girl that had not healed her childhood traumas, her inner child who was crying out 16 years ago, I chose me. And so it opened the door to heal a lot of those wounds. And a lot of times women or girls, children, period, who have parents who were emotionally unavailable. Not that they were bad parents, but they were doing the best they could. They wanted to provide us with these great lives, or whatever the case may be. Everybody has different scenarios. But for me, my parents were amazing parents. They just worked a lot, or they were busy doing different things. And so that left this little girl who wanted to be seen at times when maybe they didn't have enough time at that moment, or the little girl who just needed some attention, wanted some more attention. And so that little girl had grown up figuring out ways to cope. And so in that, by the time 16 years ago, even my first marriage, that girl needed to be seen and chosen. And so she was in situations or relationships where she was fighting to be chosen, fighting to be seen, fighting to be heard. And she wanted that validation from external sources. So my first husband, my second husband, any relationship, that inner child wanted to be seen, heard, and validated. And she was looking for it externally. When I chose me in this last relationship, when I chose to walk away from a 15-year marriage because I chose me, I know that didn't really sound, people may not have understood the depth of that decision. But what that decision was me saying, I'm going to choose to heal that inner child. I'm not going to look for that validation in external sources anymore. I'm not going to find ways to cope in situations where that inner child is still continuously being traumatized. Not just by the other people, but also by me. Because if the inner child is crying out and I'm not listening to her, I'm doing the same thing to her that everybody else is. I'm just overlooking her. Just sit down, just settle down. It'll be all right. You can get through it. Don't worry about it. Go play. Go find something to do. So I was doing the same thing. And so when I made the decision to choose me, what I was saying was, I'm making the decision to choose that child and to give her what she needs. And as I started doing that, I realized she had put herself in situations where she wasn't being seen, she wasn't being heard, and she wasn't really being validated. She was being soothed with things, maybe material things, maybe just promises, maybe work, but she was being soothed with things and not attended to, not loved, not chosen. And so I chose her, and I took the time to do the work. And when I say that, means forgiving myself for overlooking her, forgiving my parents for overlooking her, forgiving my partners for overlooking her, even maybe causing harm to her. I had to forgive. But the hardest person to forgive was me, because how could I? It was me. How could I do that to me? And how could I put myself in these situations now that I can see, like, that I would allow this, or I would deal with this? Like, really? And so I had to forgive myself. And so what I realized is, I am no longer the person who needs to be chosen. I am no longer the girl who needs to perform, who needs to seek validation. I'm no longer the girl who needs to be seen or heard by anybody else but myself. When my intuition speaks, I listen. And so now when I speak to people, when guys approach me, or if I go on a date, or if I talk to someone, I can hear easily my intuition. And if my intuition tells me this just isn't aligned, I go with it. I accept it. I'm not convincing. I'm not trying to fix. I'm not trying to perform. I'm not trying to beg and plead. I'm not trying to, none of that. Doesn't mean that I won't deal with certain things as far as helping people, or just becoming, aligning with people. There are going to be challenges in any relationship. Me and my best friend, I can remember one time I was eating her cookies when we were in college. Her other friend was sending her cookies, and I was mad because she was trying to hide them from me because I wanted some too. Like, selfish, I know, crazy. But anyway, that's my best friend my whole life. So there are going to be situations where you have, conflict, and you learn conflict resolution. But my intuition tells me if this person is not healed, their traumas are not healed, then that's going to be projected on me. And that we aren't going to do. That we're not doing. I'm not fixing anymore. If a person hasn't, at this good old age, if they haven't taken the time to allow their own traumas and their own circumstances to help them get to a place to where they can be, show up for themselves, if they can't show me that they love themselves more than anything, then hey, then you'll never be able to love me. And I get to say, that's not gonna work for me. I know where I am. And that leads me back to a video that I did a while ago where I talked about like the main character energy. I know I'm the main character in my story. I see how when I show up as the main character in my story, how everything around me aligns. My finances align, opportunities align, relationship dynamics, they align. It's just when you show up as the main character and you're aware that you are the writer, you're the author of the story, writing the story about the main character, and then you get to show up as the main character and live it out. Hey, that's when life gets good. That's when life gets good. That's when life is like juicy, like, yes, let's do this thing. Let's strategize now. Let's strategize now on how we're going to make this life work, how we're going to do things, how we're going to have fun and enjoy this life. I put in the work. Many of us at this good old age have put in the work. We put in the work. We've had the pain, the tears, we've done it, the struggle. We've done it. It's time out for that. It's time to step into the main character, baby. It's time to step into who you truly are. It's time to step into your most authentic self, knowing that you are all there is. You're all that was and all that ever shall be. It's just you. It's just you. All these other supporting casts are just people that you put there to show you versions of you. So now when you've healed, now you're only going to see reflections of healed versions of you. That's it. And sometimes you may be a glimpse of something from the past just to see if you really got the lesson. And when you realize that you've gotten the lesson, you can just keep it moving. No explanation, no proving, no nothing. Just, hey, let's go. Let's keep it moving. We got life to do. We got game. We got fun. It's game. Let's play this game of life and have fun while we're doing it. Let's have fun while we're playing the game of life. Realize that it's just a game. It's just a game. As a child, we merrily, life is but a dream. It's a dream. It's a dream. It's a game. That's it. Live it how you want. Wake up in the dream and realize I get to now determine what's going to happen next. I get to determine the life I'm going to live. I choose to align with $1 million in this 2026. In this 2026. Now, technically, our new year is not here. But in 2026, in the Gregorian calendar, with the collective energy in this 2026, I am aligning with $1 million. And some people say, oh, well, don't tell people, you don't let people, they go, hey, I'm the only person in my story. Can't nobody work against me because I am them. If somebody comes up with an opposing idea, it's just a version of me that has a fear, a doubt, or a worry. Deal with that on the spot and keep it moving. 1 million this year. 1 million. And why would I say I want to generate 1 million in this year? Because there are so many other women who need to hear my story, who need to hear what I've been through, who need to know that they can deal and overcome some pain, some traumas, some emotional abuse. They can do it. And the more I share my story, the more I have opportunities to pour into them, coach them, their lives will be changed. Yeah, I put in the work. There's an infinite amount of money out here. An infinite amount. That means it's never going to run out. So why? 1 million is nothing. 1 million is nothing. So why not? Why not call it in? I'm the main character, baby. You watch it. Watch and see. I ain't scared. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Beyond a shadow of a doubt what I'm doing. And I'm putting it out there so you can see that this works. This works. I love you much. We'll talk soon. I promise you I won't stay away this long, but I will be back real soon. Love you.